Hello. Uh, so, why am I walking through a field? Why am I talking to you while walking through a field? Well, I'm on my way to collect some flags that I've put up in the field. 2025 for me is going to be a year where I'm going to concentrate and focus more on kind of fixed wing racing, in inverted commas. Kind of proxy stuff that I've enjoyed when the weather's been nice, when I've been up at the field doing a bit of long range, and I would kind of flying in amongst the trees and things like that to kind of change it up a little bit. Well, I've decided that for the past 3 or 4 years of my FPV life, long range has been the thing that's kind of driven me on. 2024 was a year where I hit a PB that I'm quite happy with, and I won't surpass unless I fly ridiculously high or over pounds and things, which I don't really want to do. So PB that I've hit is a PB that I'm happy with. So it means then that I need to turn my focus, my attention to something else. Here's one of the flags here. So that's going to be these kind of racing wings flying through gaps in the trees, setting up a little course with, hold on, I'll just see if I can kind of little gaps like that, and yeah, basically just flying like I stole it type of thing. I'm still going to do some long range stuff, but it's going to be unconventional long range, so with FPV car, little whoops, things like that, stuff that really isn't long range, but kind of 800 meters with a 1S whoop is a fairly big distance, especially when you have no GPS or OSD or anything like that. Or with the car, I've just driven a little car 700 meters up and down a wee country road there, and it brings its own challenges because you don't have nice clear air. You've got, the car sitting say 20 centimeters off the road. You've got hedgerows, the slightest little kind of dip in the topography, a meter or two, means that the car's now, and the VTX is now kind of the other side of a hill, which really isn't a hill, but a 1 or 2 meter drop in elevation, suddenly, the signal's trying to penetrate through a lot of ground. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on. I'm going to upload some footage of just I was flying a quad around the little track today. It was a little bit gustier and a little bit windier earlier, and it just wasn't really fun with the wing. It was bouncing around over the place, a bit too much to kind of make it fun. So I put the quad up and flew it around with the quad. The other thing that I did while I was just kind of flying around the track, did a little bit more testing, a little bit more playing with the walk snail repeater. As you may have seen on some of my previous videos, I run the VAS Cyclops goggles, or antenna, on my goggles, which is like 10.25 dBm directional antenna, which is brilliant for long range. It can see behind itself for, say, 100, 200 meters. Nice clear air. But because my little track that I'm running is down low behind hedgerows, and there's a hill here, and my car, you might just be able to see the tip of the car over there. My little track kind of circles around where I normally park, so I drop down in behind the ground, which means when I'm kind of just leaning against the car with my patches, the directional antenna pointing one way, when I come up the other way and I'm behind all the trees and the little dips in the ground, I lose signal a bit. So what I decided to do was try the walk snail repeater. I bought some Wi-Fi linear antennas, little Omni antennas, the little stick things that you'll see on the back of your Wi-Fi router, that have a nice wide frequency range. So I bought 8 of them, stuck 4 on the 5.8 side, and stuck 4 on the 5.2 side. Bound it to my plane, bound it to my goggles, and flew around the place. and you'll see this in the footage with the quad. The whole way around the little track, with the repeater on the roof of the car, and me just kind of leaning against it. 25 megafits the whole way around, and there was no issues. I then bound the quad to my goggles and stood at the same place, and yeah, where I expected signal to drop right down and latency to increase, it did so. So it was just a little fun kind of test, just to see if another use of the repeater. I could, of course, just put Omnis on my goggles. Even the stock Omnis would probably do. And it would probably be a lot easier than setting up the repeater every time. But yeah, it was just a fun little thing that I wanted to try and do. So yeah, that was it. Just wandering across the field, collecting my flags, my little racetrack. I'll upload footage of the quad racing around it. And yeah, this is going to be the thing that I'm going to focus more on in 2025. I've kind of done the whole long range thing with the planes, and yeah, as I say, I'm happy with a PB that I have. I'd need to go and do things that I don't really want to do. So yeah, that's it. See you later. Bye.